De recuperar nuestra carta. A ver, lo primero es lo primero, ¿no?
First thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
Pues sí, pues habrá que trabajar.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
¿Y qué quieres que haga?
We were outnumbered by a gang of bandits.
Yes, and how come they got away with it? Because we camped at that fucking pond. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenes. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat. La expresión que ha hecho Henry. Hombre.
Here we are.
Y unas gachas.
Gentlemen.
Gentilhombres.
Stuff.
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
¡Ojito! Mira cómo va caminando la tía.
Is that woman from the pond? Or the one you gave us away for?
Viper, that witch. Wench.
¡Hostia!
What I tell you.
Toma. Por listo.
What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Oliendo a mierda. No sé yo,
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before.
Hermano,
Who sent you?
esos
Not the
pedazos de...
nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job
Lo digo en
of keeping
serio,
the soldiers'
esas
throats
mamelungas,
wet.
eso es nuevo. En el primero no
That's another
estaba,
matter, then.
Creo que todos los modelos de mujer en el primer juego eran iguales.
Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Lo siento, soy yo.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey,
Fella.
youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Health, lads. That's the most important thing.
Vale.
What was that?
Hostia, ya me han dejado libre, tío. Buah. Buah, la que voy a liar yo aquí.
Might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Hola, buenas.
Lord Fonneville got his
I can't just leave Sir Hans on his own.
Pero bueno, que me tenga que lavar en qué. Ah, aquí. Vale, vale. Perfecto. Músicos. Leñadores. Heinrich.
That's how it should be.
Borrachos. Granjeros. Mira cuánta gente hay aquí, tío. Qué pasada.
You're not the fella who's supposed to carry the sacks, are you?
Pues mira, ahora que lo dices... Espérate un segundo. Buenas. Catherine, me encanta ese nombre.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
¿Tienen físicas? Espérate.
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
Uy.
You know very well what I'm talking about. I saved your life.
Are you drunk? Get out of my sight.
Hostia, qué desprecio, ¿no?
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
Y el mensajero.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding.
La boda de Samin.
For sure.
No, wait.
Vale.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
Joder.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better
Ay, qué
to do?
pesada, déjame. Pasa, ¿no puedo estar de pie? Joder. ¿Qué pasa?
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
Para
To
trabajar.
get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you
¿En serio?
work your debt off, like I said.
Pero, pues no me pongas... Pues ponme cualquier mierda por lo que he pagado.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Ahora
Over there
tengo
by the
deudas
gate,
encima.
There's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the
¿Qué remedio?
planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy.
Tiene un
If you
poquito un
just chuck it
fallo
on the floor in
esta
the
mujer,
corner,
que
it'll
se le ve
spoil. So do
justo
it properly.
como un corte en
Two
el
men
cuello,
can finish the
no,
work
como en
in
la
a jiffy,
clavícula,
and then
que es
we'll be quits.
donde está el modelo, como que está pegado, ¿sabes? La cabeza con el torso. Y se le ve ahí como una línea. Venga.
All right. We'll do it. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had
¿Veis?
nothing like
Ahí tiene
that
como una
here
línea, se
before.
nota.
Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right.
Completamente, señora.
We'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Rataje.
Ratai.
Rat-tie. Rat-tie. That rings a bell. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
Esto es misión, ¿eh?
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash.
Graciosa.
Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here. And that's a big problem.
Problem.
Is von Berghoff recruiting men-at-arms?
No, von Berghoff ain't got nothing to do with that. They go of their own free will. They're fed up of ordinary work, so they try their luck elsewhere. It don't occur to them they might not come back. They just see easy earnings. Then the old folks have to do their work in the fields.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Troskovitz it is.
You must
Ah,
be
que estamos
doing
en
pretty well then,
Troskovich. Vale.
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief.
Vale.
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the tavern. You can't miss it.
Where can I find work around these parts?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me.
Sí, bueno,
So
pero
don't bother
dime,
looking
dime si hay
anywhere
alguien
else
buscando
yet.
a
But
alguien.
otherwise, you can
Que
find
alguien
work
llame a alguien.
anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask.
Vale.
Try Radovan the smith for one.
Guerrero.
He's a bit odd. Come to mention it, he sat just round the corner there. If you
Ah,
want
mira.
to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is
Y el
Miller
molinero.
Grazel.
Que querrá
He
que
needs help
robe
now and then.
objetos.
Watch out for him. You know what they
Valiosos.
say about Millers.
Efectivamente.
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets itched to a bathhouse wench.
Who is this?
Es un
Semi.
sitio, ¿no?
Can't you tell by the name?
Ah, ¿no?
The Lord of Samin.
Sí.
The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head
Ah,
of
no,
the
no, no.
family.
Es un sitio y es
And his son's
es un
called
señor
Olga.
también.
And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
¿Puedo asistir a la boda? No.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
Only.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be.
Mhm.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there.
Anda, qué
Young Svaja
oportunos.
there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Vale.
Is that all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a guest and having someone serve me for a change.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Aye, coming right up.
Guapardo. Venga. Hans. Bueno, tengo que hablar con un puñado de... ¿Quiénes son los invitados? Svaja Tordo, este, que tiene el apellido, ¿no? De la familia, ¿o no? Puto asco. Hans.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Berghoff is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, a nobleman, is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's the talk of the region. It's invitation only, of course. But maybe we could wangle our way in somehow.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Berghoff will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that
Imposible.
shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan,
No,
right?
yo planeaba meterme. Pero bueno,
I'll
algo se
come
me
up with
ocurre.
something.
I hope
Meterme
so.
de
We can't expect
de
there to be
extranjis.
thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my
Hans, que
noble
son
piss?
10
I'm
minutos.
serious.
Y de
I
tiempo de
can't
juego,
work.
1 minuto.
I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. People will
Sangre
remember
azul,
my
eh?
face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
Work, your lordship, is an activity that all us common folk have to do when we need money. And it wouldn't hurt you for once either.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Sí.
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes.
Y nobles.
And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks?
En
That's
contra
against
de
God.
Dios, ¿eh? ¿Y yo qué soy? Has aprendido los 3 estamentos sociales.
So, which do I belong to?
Good question. Before I'd have
Hostia,
said you were
hostia.
a peasant,
Hostia, hostia.
but it turned out that you're a noble's
La otra se ha
bastard.
vuelto loca.
And you're pretty handy with a sword.
Un bastardo.
And
A
you've
ver.
even been in a
Es
monastery.
verdad, soy un
I'd
Snow.
rather forget about that.
Henry Snow.
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labor, it wouldn't be such an offense against divine order as in my case. Pure blood, noble status and that. In short, be so kind as to get to work.
Ay, qué pesado.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I
Que
simply
sí.
cannot...
They say clothes maketh the man. And you don't look much like a noble right now. So, I don't think the natural order will collapse if you get...
What do you know about a nobleman's honor? It's not long since I had to drag one
Reputación
sack through
perdida.
the night, and if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. I mean it, Henry.
Suit yourself, then.
Bueno, pero yo te salvé. Me debes 3. ¿No queréis trabajar?
You simply aren't going to work.
No, no,
Come
yo
now,
no.
Henry.
Con el tema
You can manage
todo el
those
rato.
few sacks by yourself.
Vale, bueno.
Right.
Well, if it makes you feel better,
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
that too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst,
Ah,
I'll
bueno,
help
mira.
you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice.
Vale.
Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry, such is my nature.
Bueno,
There'd have to be 2 of us.
vamos a trabajar, ¿no?
Couldn't manage a pig that
O hablamos con los otros. Busco el leñador. Tengo que hablar con el herrero, ¿verdad? Ups. Bueno, primero voy a trabajar.
I'm supposed to move the sacks. Are you guarding them?
Aye. Thank God someone's bothered to come at last. The quicker sacks are moved, the better. You'll have your work cut out on your own. But don't look at me. I ain't gonna help you. I'll move each sack so you can get a better grip on it. But don't expect no more from me.
Vamos, me lo va a poner aquí en el bordecillo. Bueno, muchas gracias, ¿eh?
Oof. That isn't half heavy.
Perdona, ¿a dónde lo llevaba esto? ¿A dónde coño lo llevaba esto? La segunda puerta. ¿Qué segunda puerta? ¿Esto es? ¿F? ¿Sí, no? ¿Pero qué segunda puerta? Estoy flipando. Por aquí, ¿no? Desde luego. ¿Tendré que ir por aquí? Pero bueno, ¿en dónde coño estoy? Ahumadero, anda. ¿Pero por dónde se va? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué acaba de suceder? No tengo ni idea. Mira estos. ¡Ole! Ménsula de secado. ¿Pero qué segunda puerta? ¿Qué estás diciendo? Yo estoy flipando. ¿Dónde tengo que dejar los sacos? Ay, Dios mío, déjame moverme, coño. He de acarrear los cristales de harina hasta la despensa. Vale, la despensa está dentro, ¿no? De toda la vida. Vale, por aquí. Que no lo había visto, coño. Vale, fácil. A ver. Qué bien suenan los pasos, ¿eh? Por aquí. ¿Puedo robar? Hombre, que sí puedo robar. Hombre, difícil, pues no voy a poder robar, pero... Tortita dulce. Salchichas. Mira. Dios mío, cómo ha mejorado esta maldita mierda, ¿eh? Qué barbaridad. Animaciones, gráficos, todo. Todo. Bueno, veo que me has puesto todo ya, ¿no? Vamos.
A large beer for me.
Qué barbaridad. Es que te sientes de verdad dentro, ¿eh? De este mundo. Exagerado, exagerado. Esto, la mierda que no quiere hacer el otro.
One beer, please.
That was our company. But the two of us managed to get away.
¿Eh?
It was
¿Qué está pasando aquí?
bandits who attacked Lord von Bergov's men. Why the fuck doesn't anyone believe us?
Maybe because you've
Hello?
got no way of
Trinkwirt?
proving it?
Ich habe
We
Hunger.
lost everything. How hard is that to understand?
What if you're one of those bandits? And you're up to no good? We should kick both of you out. Just to be on the safe side. You ain't got no proof to back up what you say.
Proof? You want proof?
Aye.
Right. Listen to this. Ei incumbit probatio, qui dicit non qui negat.
Is that supposed to be Latin?
Clever
See.
you. Do you know what it means?
No. And I doubt you do either.
The burden of proof is on the one who declares, not on the one who denies. So you see, I speak
¿Qué
Latin.
opinas?
I've just proven to you that I'm an
Claro, como ellos no saben, pues ¿cómo lo demuestras?
Fuck off. Remembering some words you heard in church doesn't make you a nobleman. What's your name again?
Hans Capon of Perkstein.
You just made that up.
I certainly did not.
Yes, you did. I never heard of any Perkstein in all my years.
I'm not surprised. You're just a village yokel.
Cateto de
How
pueblo.
dare you? I am the son of the
Y un
bailiff.
cateto también. Madre mía. Vaya plan, Hans.
You know what? I've had enough of your bullocks. Sit down and shut your mouth.
Uy,
Or I'll
pelea.
shut it for you.
Just try it, you worm. Just try it.
Un segundo.
I might just do that.
¿Qué está pasando aquí?
An idiot. A stupid, ignorant village yokel.
Hey, your insults are starting to fucking annoy me.
Tranquilidad.
Well, you've been annoying me the whole time.
He comes here from God knows where.
Tranquilidad.
Ignore those people. We don't need any more problems. Don't let them provoke you, all right?
I'm perfectly calm. Some local wretches can't unsettle me. keep working and take no notice of me.
Ni
Don't
una
say
palabra.
another word. Those village yokels aren't worth it.
Henry, stop lecturing me like I'm some little brat and get on with your work.
Time to lug another
Más
sack.
reputación
Think of
perdida,
Mutt,
pero
Henry.
bueno.
I'd expect you to be more sympathetic towards people who've been ambushed when you've got so many bandits and other rabble here.
We are sympathetic, but you're no noble, just an ordinary big.
Bueno, pues que se peleen. No me deja ayudarle en nada, tío. ¿Qué pasa?
You say?
Say it
Hostia.
again. It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? Or what the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
No insultéis a nuestros muertos.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now.
Y me
And
invitáis a la
invite me to
boda.
that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding.
sí?
You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. La, 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 la. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Bueno,
Oh, I'm so
le voy a tener que
scared.
ayudar ahora, ¿no?
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
Mind your own business.
Otra vez.
Take your
Me ignoran,
ragamuffin
tío.
friend
Me
and get the
ignoran.
fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me? Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Madre mía. Vaya puñetas. Hostia. No, por favor. Ay, Dios. ¿Tú también? ¿Por qué tú también?
You shouldn't have fucked with us.
Qué guapo. Qué chulas las animaciones, ¿no?
Get him!
Pero ¿cuánta gente hay aquí? Pero vamos a ver.
Don't spare him!
Pero ¿cuántos sois? El porquero.
Take that fucker out, damn it!
Me están dando por todos lados, tío. Ya empezamos con el combate múltiple. Eso sí, se las tragan todas, ¿eh?
Now you'll die.
Pero, hermano, 2 contra 7. Qué buena, Henry.
Shit yourself.
I'm going to finish you.
Rule change, you whoreson!
Ese, que está tocado.
Die already.
Hala, uno menos.
What are you waiting for, numbskull? Fight!
Dios.
Zeig, was du drauf hast.
¡Qué cabrón!
No chance.
Que no tengo resistencia. Coño. Me ha hecho el corte de manga.
Na los! Nach was?
Buah.
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Mierda, tío. No he terminado ni el trabajo. ¿En serio? Hans, ¿qué haces? Madre mía.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse.
Hostia.
You
Los
behave like a
dos.
spoilt brat. How dare you speak?
Hostia.
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship. You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess. Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Qué asco. Fruta podrida, tío.
Shut up! You'll get a whipping too.
Ese es el actor de doblaje de Fritz, ¿verdad? Ha vuelto. Ha vuelto.
Who the hell do you think you are?
I'm the only one of us with any sense. I'm not the one who acts like a spoiled child.
Spoiled child? You're in danger of crossing the line, Henry. Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
I don't fucking believe it. You're really gonna blame me for it? It was you who caused the brawl. You should have listened to me and calmed down.
And let him insult me. Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world
Vaya
works.
situación, tío.
Oh, and our little prince knows all about it, doesn't he? You only left your uncle's a week ago. All you've known up to now is a tavern on Rat-Eye Green.
Now you've gone too far. I've had it up to here with you.
Diálogo.
With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Oh, that's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us.
Madre mía.
I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that.
Tranquilízate.
Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you.
Otra vez.
And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that
Qué
wild boar
pesado,
too if
Hans.
it weren't for
Qué
you.
pesado.
Well,
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
Considera, considera. Vamos a estar aquí 24 horas mínimo. La mañana siguiente. Hostia. ¿Y cómo se duerme aquí? ¿De pie? ¿O qué?
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Se van a la boda, sí. Se van a la boda. Hostia, qué toque de humor tiene este juego más chulo, ¿eh? El primero no lo tenía tanto, ¿eh?
Shit. Right. Where were we?
Qué buena, tío.
Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks, or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Como quieras. Cuando yo vuelva con 20.000 grosen, no me digan nada.
If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
Se va silbando el hijo de puta. Qué juegazo, Dios mío. Me alegro que se ha llevado notazas, ¿eh? Se ha llevado 9 por todos lados. Esto va a acabar mal, trofeo ganado. Bueno, delitos y reputación. Robar, matar inocentes, en fin, sí. Vale. Completando tareas mejoro reputación.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find muck without you, you stuck-up Lord of Perkstein.
Henry?
¿Qué?
It's about time. Come here.
Vara.
Do you have anywhere to go? Somewhere to sleep?
Un segundo. Botas firmes, botas no sé qué, botas estas, ¿no? ¿Algo que me dé más carisma? Nada, ¿no? Esto me lo resta, de hecho. Está lleno de sangre, tío.
What's your story?
What would you say? Right now, I'm slightly scruffy nothing.
But I don't have any money. Look at me. I don't have anything at all.
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been
Te
begging
conozco.
for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all
vale.
of Troskowitz.
Bueno, para eso estamos, para ayudar.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
¿Y cómo os llamáis?
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara.
Vara.
Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
Where are you headed? If you're only passing through here.
For work. To the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a nary a groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
¿A qué
You
ciudad
said you
vais?
were going to a city. You mean like to Prague? Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I
Kuttenberg.
have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long. Just until I find a way to make a living.
¿Y por qué me ayudáis?
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
Joder,
What do you want to do in the
qué
city?
bien.
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern.
Se ve que esta
I
tía
have to
sabe
get
ya
to the
lo que
city
es
first.
vivir así.
That's going to take me a long while yet.
You're something like a wanderer.
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, or help in the tavern. But I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or a nomad. But don't say it too loud, the locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
Bueno, ha sido un placer conocerte esta nunca. Reputación perdida. Pues vale. Ayudadme. Un caballito estaría de locos, la verdad.
Damn. I could use a horse. It'll take years to get to Semin on foot.
Don't exaggerate. This province is small.
Still, it would be faster with a horse.
There's a stud farm in Semin, renowned far and wide.
And which way is Semin?
Southwest from here, not too far. There's a road goes right there from the green. Just
Suroeste.
go down the hill.
Es
Once
decir,
you see the walled farmhouse, you're there. Though
Como
I'll
si
be a
fueras
queen
azada.
before you can afford a horse from Semin.
ya.
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
¿Dinero?
I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green like
El
you.
herrero, el
The hell you
molinero.
will. This is my turf. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your
¿Qué
doing anyway.
dices?
Wow. I mean, thank you.
Oye, la gente de aquí es
Seriously?
majísima.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find some work quick.
Qué barbaridad. ¿Cómo puedo llegar a la
My
boda?
main concern is getting to that wedding in Semin. Do you know anything about that celebration?
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to the sister of that lout he was fighting with.
How much time do you think I have? Have the preparations already begun?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished, and blacksmith Radovan still ain't started smithing the gift for the groom. So, no rush.
Vale.
Hopefully by then I'll find
Iba
a
a
way
decir,
to
por
sneak
favor, que
in.
no sea una misión en plan con tiempo. Que las odio.
It's no wonder nobody wants anything to do with me. I look like a vagrant.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed. Although, that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
¿La armadura de Ser Brunswick?
What armor are you talking about? Sir Brunswick?
Oh, nothing. It's just a local
¿Esto es
legend.
DLC?
They say
Puede
a
ser
famous
DLC.
knight lived here who killed a ferocious lion and saved a many-headed dragon. Or the other way round. It doesn't matter. I don't even know.
And is the armor real?
Maybe. Maybe not. Geibel, the scribe, might know something about it. He has a lot of learned books. I don't know my letters.
Vale. Algo para no llamar tanto la atención. Es buena esta. Es buena esta.
I'd prefer something a little more ordinary. I'd like to blend in with the locals and not attract attention.
After what you did here with that friend of yours, even the deaf and blind
Fue
would
él quien lo
immediately
empezó, no yo.
recognize you.
Que conste.
But between the two of us,
Fallo. Cago en la puta.
it's easy enough to scrounge up a shirt and trousers if you know where to look.
Ay, me ha dado ganzúas. Gracias.
Thanks. These'll come in handy.
Just don't get yourself caught again.
Bueno, pues...
I really need...
Ay,
Ah, vale, no se repite las opciones. Me ha dado ganzúas. Vale, bueno. Supongo que depende de lo que selecciones. He seleccionado sigilo, me ha dado ganzúas. A lo mejor si selecciono armadura, ¿qué me da? ¿Qué me puede dar? No sé. Algo más de Groschen para comprarme una, pero vamos que no, lo dudo. Félix.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
they say he's a master swordsman.
Tomcat.
But a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He rakes logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And, not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond.
Charca Torre
Which
Petra.
is the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue. Otherwise, Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
Vale, estaría bien.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offense, but compared to him,
Un
you're a bit of a
alfeñique.
lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little
Estos
bit.
insultos los debería yo de
One of the
probar.
guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Vale, pues se me ha olvidado tu nombre. ¿Vera? ¿Vara? Algo así. Muchísimas de las gracias, Me ha dado Groschen, me ha dado ganzúas. Madre mía.
Oh well.
Ha sido un placer.
It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Y además muy maja. Vara. Pues nada. A buscar trabajo en Troskovice. ¿Qué es esto? Ah, ¿esto es para recuperar a Matt? ¿Esto qué es? ¿La torre pétrea esa, supongo? ¿La boda? Hostia. ¿Y esto? El herrero. ¿Y esto? Profesor de habilidad. Hostia. ¿Y esto? Informante de misión. Esta es la misión, creo que de DLC. Informante de PDI. Joder. Vale. ¿Puedo entrar aquí, guardia? No. ¡Qué barbaridad, tío! Está vivo el mundo, ¿eh? Están desayunando, tío. Los de la taberna, es increíble. Es espectacular. Esto pasa en el primero, pero pasa muy... de vez en cuando, en plan scripteado, en según qué misiones. Pero es que... no sé, me parece... ¿Puedo entrar aquí? Escribano. He alcanzado un nuevo nivel de supervivencia.
God bless you.
Se pasan al lado y se saludan. ¿Qué es esto, hermano? Indulgencia. Vale. Estas cajas estaban en las iglesias en el primero, pero se ve que aquí no. Tordo el Merino. Agnes. Este tiene una misión. A ver el merino que me cuenta. Hola.
What's new in the county, Master Bailiff?
I heard something's going on in Takoff again. Project the Innkeeper is probably coming up with some mischief to pull on the Zelievites. Will they never cut it out? Their bickering is making work for me. And now I've been visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
What do you mean?
Me está dando más misiones, básicamente.
You sound like this isn't the first time.
That we found someone buried here? Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running rampant. Most of them are von Burgo's men. Also, if it wasn't bad enough, that gang of bandits is rampaging through the region. Now someone's stealing cabbage from the peasants.
Repollos.
What a disaster.
¿Quién roba
The
repollos?
peasants won't stop bugging me about it. I was just visited by a peasant from Jadar. He's been talking
¿Quién
my
roba
ears off for
lechugas?
God knows how long. Say, do I really have to do this? Do I have the time to look for some moron stealing cabbages? And that's about it.
That sounds interesting. Thank you.
Gracias. ¿Alguna novedad? Me va a
What's
decir que
new
no.
in the county, Master?
I was just visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more.
What do you mean more?
That we found someone. I've been digging up bodies ever.
Este ya me lo ha dicho.
I'd like to report an ambush. Some scoundrels attacked my lord's retinue and killed our men.
That's a serious matter. Where is your lord?
Well, he left.
I don't understand why he's not lodging a complaint himself, and why not directly at the castle.
Sí,
He has
verás,
that right
hay un
as a lord.
problemilla.
It's a long story. My lord got very angry and then went missing.
Sorry, fella, but I'm not sure whether you're making it up or lying to me. But if you were telling the truth, why don't you bring your lord here and we can talk it all over calmly? I'm sorry, lad, but until then...
Vale, bueno.
Excuse me, I'm looking for the man who was in the pillory with me yesterday. Have you seen him?
Ese es mi
I
señor.
can't help you with that. You'll have to find him yourself.
Bueno.
I'd like to buy something. Where can I find some merchants around here?
If it's a tradesman you're after, most of them live here in the village, of course. Your best bet is to ask our merchant Jörg. He knows everyone.
I need to speak with Sir Otto.
With the Royal Chamberlain? Are you yanking my official pizzle?
Why not?
I'd like to talk to him too, boy. But he's still in Prague. He's hardly ever here. Chamberlain Ulrich is in charge of things.
And where do I find him?
Where do you think?
But they won't let me in there.
What do you want me to do about it? I'm not going to put in a word for you. I hardly know you.
Bueno.
What's new, bailiff?
Nothing special for... It's peaceful here, and the war has avoided us so far, thank God. Just here and there a brawl in the tavern or the neighbor... Well, that's how it was until recently, at least.
And what happened?
What do you think? It started with that nomadic riffraff, theft of hens and sheep, then continued with ambushes on the road. And then the wolves started to come in from the forests on account of the poachers killing off their prey. Oh, and then our master Chamberlain Ulrich. Oh my God. But that's no business of yours, understand?
I understand. That's your business, bailiff.
Bueno, pues ya está.
What's new in...
I was just visited by one. He said he found...
What do you...
That we found... I've been... And that's about...
That sounds interesting.
Hostia, este se ha ido aquí.
What do you want?
I want to report my neighbor.
For what?
He walks around in the yard at night with an axe.
Maybe
No me
you
digas
heard
eso.
something and went to have a look.
But he walks around my yard.
Ah, well, that's different. Did you do anything to him?
Not that I know of.
Qué chulo el pelo, eh.
Well, I'll look into it when I
En el
have the
primero
time.
tenían literalmente
I prefer if it was
6
sooner than
modelos de
later.
pelo de mujer.
Kindly leave that up to me.
Ya está. Es una pasada, tío. Mira las físicas de la falda. ¿Qué está pasando aquí? Ah, que se están saludando estos. Bueno, pues... Buah. No sé, ahora mismo me siento abrumado. Estoy muy feliz también al mismo tiempo. O sea, es increíble. Es espectacular. No sé. No sé cuántos escenarios de tengo. Voy a guardar ya, sí que sí. O sea, tengo ya que parar. Tengo que estudiar. ¿Comida? Tengo 2, hostia. Bueno, pues voy a guardar. Y ya continúo mañana un poquito y ya sobre todo el jueves ya empieza la viciada máxima. Así que nada más, como primer día he estado cerca de 4 horas. Espectacular. No puedo decir nada más. Increíble. Partida guardada. Y hasta aquí.